Your keys were by the coffee cup, mine were resting in my hand. The hallway light was burning low, the rain drew silver on the glass. You said we could talk tomorrow, like tomorrow had no end. I reached halfway toward the doorway, then I turned around again. You looked at me, I looked away. Neither of us crossed the frame. I stayed until the morning, stayed while every hard word came. We didn't close the distance, but we stopped pretending nothing changed. The coffee cooled between us, the clock moved quietly past 3. You told me where I lost you, I told you where I ceased to speak. No one raised a voice between us, no one tried to win the night. You folded both your hands together, I kept mine beneath the light. No arms around each other, no promise hanging in the air. When the room went silent, we were both still sitting there. I stayed until the morning, stayed while every hard word came. We didn't close the distance, but we stopped pretending nothing changed. At 4 a.m. you reached for sugar, and your fingers brushed my hand. It wasn't an invitation, it was more than we had planned. Outside the rain was thinning, the windows slowly turned to gray. Neither one of us said sorry, neither one of us walked away. beside the kitchen sink. Your sleeves were folded at your wrists. The rain had cleared beyond the glass. The night still lingered over us. I asked if you had slept at all. You watched the water start to run. You said you had been fine for months, as if the word explained enough. I heard the word you always used, and finally heard what it covered up. You made the waiting normal. You learned to sleep alone. You made the empty evenings small, so I could call them home. Tell me what you meant by fine when you smiled and dimmed the light. I was standing right beside you while you disappeared each night. You dried the cup without a sound, then placed it upside down to drain. A narrow crack ran through the rim. You could not tell me when it came. You said you learned to leave things small because I made the large things hard. You stopped expecting me to notice every quiet, missing part. The word had never meant you were well. It meant you could not ask for more. You shortened every birthday. You ate the dinners cold. You faced the wall beside me and carried what you never told. Tell me what you meant by fine when you let the silence win. I was reaching for your shoulder. You were folding further in. You turned the faucet off at last. The house became too clear. No traffic under morning clouds, no rain left to interfere. I reached to take the towel down. You moved your hand away, then placed it gently next to mine and waited for what I would say. Tell me what you meant by fine. I can hear it all this time. You don't have to make it easy. You don't have to call it fine. Tell me what you meant by fine. Let the hidden words arrive. I would rather hear the whole truth than lose you one more quiet night. You left the cup beside my hand and did not turn the water on. The chair across from me was yours. Your jacket used to touch the floor. You'd lean it back on two worn legs and tell me something from your day. This morning it was straight and still, pushed neatly underneath the table. You stood beside the window frame, as if the room had changed its name. I knew the distance had not started when you moved across the room. It started in the dinners you finished on your own, in every late arrival that never felt like home. The chair across from me was closer than you'd been. I could reach across the table, but I didn't know where to begin. There was a mark beneath the varnish from the winter we moved in. You dropped a candle after midnight. We laughed until the wax grew thin. I touched the pale, uneven circle. You watched me from the kitchen door. A room can hold 100 moments and still leave someone wanting more. The chair had held our easy years. Now neither one of us sat down. It wasn't one betrayal, it wasn't one goodbye. It was every late arrival and every reason I supplied. The chair across from me had waited through it all. I could reach across the table, but I could not undo the fall. I pulled the chair away at last. Wooden legs scraped out. You looked at me as if the sound had traveled back for miles. I didn't ask you to sit down. I only cleared the space. You moved one step into the room and let me see your face. The chair across from me had waited through the night. I could not make you trust me, but I pulled it toward the light. The chair across from me was empty when we began. Then you rested both your hands there, and neither one of us ran. The chair stayed between us, but it no longer faced the wall. Mm. train and left you waiting in the rain? Was it when your mother called and I kept working through it all? Was it every Sunday morning when I promised we would leave? Was it when you stopped reminding me because reminders made you grieve? Don't tell me it was nothing. Nothing ever hurts this long. Walk me through the calendar, circle every broken plan. Show me when the future changed while I was looking past your hands. Tell me where I lost you, which night, which door, which line. I kept saying we were alright while you vanished by my side. You opened up the bedroom drawer and found the ticket from July, the trip we canceled twice before the summer we let pass us by. You held it by the torn off edge, then placed it gently in my hand. You said it wasn't one old journey, it was how I always changed the plan. Every promise left unopened, built the distance where we stand. Take me through the missing weekends, name the calls returned too late. Show me when you stopped believing I would ever change the day. Tell me where I lost you, which promise wore you thin. I kept reaching for tomorrow while you were leaving from within. You said you could not name one moment, there were too many small goodbyes. A birthday marked and never kept, a question met with tired eyes. A table set for two at 8, then cleared when I came home at 10. You did not lose me all at once, I failed to find you. Time and time and time Tell me where I lost you. I will walk the whole way back, not to erase what happened, not to ask you to forget. Tell me where I lost you. Let me face each missing sign. I kept saying we were alright. Now I'm asking where and why. You placed the ticket in my hand and left the calendar open. You found the photographs at noon inside a battered case, a faded strip from Brighton Pier, the sea behind your face. I said that weekend saved us. You said you cried the whole way home. I remembered how you held me. You remember feeling alone. The same blue coat, the same gray sky, two stories in a single frame. I kept the laughter, you kept the space. I saw your hand inside of mine. You saw the look upon my face. We remembered it differently. The same road, the same July. I call it one of our best days. You call it when you learn to hide. You pointed to the hotel stairs where I had walked ahead. I said I thought you needed quiet. You said you needed me instead. The picture taken by the harbor caught us smiling toward the sun. I thought the distance came much later. You said it had already begun. Our picture kept the surface, but never what was underneath. I kept the weather, you kept the weight. I saw a trip we nearly saved. You saw a love arriving late. We remembered it differently. The same road, the same July. I kept the warmth between the frames. You kept the reasons why. We laid the photographs between us. No one tried to prove a thing. You told me what the silence sounded like. I told you what I thought it meant. For once I did not correct you. For once you did not look away. We let two versions share the table without deciding which one stayed. We remembered it differently, but both of us were there. You carried all the empty rooms. I carried moments I thought we shared. We remembered it differently, and neither memory lied. The same road held two kinds of weather. The same love held two separate lives. You placed the photographs back slowly, but left the brightened one outside. said I always change the subject. I said you never let things go. You asked me why I came home late. I asked why every room felt cold. The words moved faster than I breathed in. A glass shook near the kitchen wall. Months of careful lowered voices did not stay careful after all. The house had heard our silence. Now it heard the weight beneath. You named the nights I failed you. I named the ways you turned away. Neither one of us was gentle. Neither one of us would stay. When our voices rose, the hidden rooms broke open. Every word we swallowed came alive between us then. You pulled the curtain from the window. Morning flooded through the dust. You said love should not feel lonely. I said silence was not trust. A frame slid down behind the sideboard. Neither one of us looked down. We'd spent so long avoiding thunder. We forgot the storm had sound. The walls did not collapse around us. They only gave the anger space. You named the times I failed to listen. I named the times I felt shut out. For the first time in a long time, there was nothing quiet now. When our voices rose, the careful distance shattered. Every wound we covered found a name we could not hide. I hated how your face was shaking. You hated how I clenched my hands. We stood on opposite sides of mourning, trying hard to understand. Then all at once the anger emptied, like rain released from heavy clouds. You sat down against the cupboard. I sat 3 feet away on the ground. When our voices rose, the hidden rooms broke open. Every word cafe filled with silver noise. A waiter asked if we were ready. You answered with your quiet voice. I talked about the week behind me, the traffic and the work ahead. You watched the people through the window and barely touched the meal you had. I thought that sitting there meant closeness. You were somewhere I could not reach. You did not need another story. You did not need another plan. You needed me to stop performing and notice where your silence began. You were lonely beside me in a room alive with sound. I was close enough to touch you, but I never looked around. You traced a circle on the table where your water glass had been. You said you had been trying lately not to ask me where I'd been. The afternoon moved past the window. A bus stopped briefly in the rain. You said you missed the way I listened before I learned to fill the space. The whole cafe kept moving while the distance held its place. You did not need a grand confession. You did not need me to repair. You needed one unguarded minute to know that I was really there. You were lonely beside me while the whole room rushed around. I kept talking through the silence. You kept waiting to be found. I put my phone face down between us and let the city carry on. You looked at me for several seconds, as if checking I was not gone. I asked what you had tried to tell me. You said you did not know the start, then moved your hand across the table and left it near, but not in You were lonely beside me, and I cannot change those days. I can only stop the talking long enough to hear your pain. You were lonely beside me while I thought that love would stay. Now I see how near I held you and how far I looked away. The waiter cleared the empty plates. Your hand was still beside mine. The unopened letters by the landing, the rent I said I'd pay that week, dinner plans, I kept on moving. The calls I asked you to repeat. The birthday card without a message. The suitcase you unpacked alone. I called them ordinary failures. You carried everyone back home. I saw a list of little moments. You felt the weight of all of them. You held the dates, you held the names, you held the pieces I misplaced. You kept our life from falling while I called it getting by. I see what I made you carry, all the things I left behind. You were holding up my whole world while I called it getting by. You opened up the storage cupboard. Receipts and keys came sliding down. A boarding pass without a date. An old address crossed out in brown. You said you stopped asking for help because asking became one more task. You learned to finish every problem before I ever thought to ask. You did not need another burden dressed up as an apology. You held the plans, you held the fear, you held the things I would not hear. You kept our life from falling till you nearly disappeared. I see what I made you carry, every promise left behind. You were lifting both our lives up while I walked with empty hands. I knelt down by the scattered papers. You did not help me gather them. I read each date and crossed out promise and placed them slowly in my hands. There was no single heavy object, no box too large to lift alone. Only 1,000 small omissions that made your shoulders feel like stone. I see what I made you carry. I won't ask you to forget. I can finally name the weight now, even if I cannot lift it yet. I see what I made you carry, every promise, every sign. You were holding up the whole world while I called it getting by. I gathered every paper and did not ask you where it went. I said I love you after midnight, when you asked to let you in. I said it over every question, like the words could close the room. I placed them down between us before the harder answer moved. The words were real, but I used them like a wall. I used them to end the talking before the truth could show. I gave you all the language and nowhere else to go. I hid behind I love you every time the truth came near. The words were never empty, but they kept me safely unclear. You said you stopped believing, not the words, but what came next. The way I kissed your forehead, then avoided every depth. You needed more than language, you needed where and when and why. I kept handing you 3 words and watched the rest of us run dry. Love was never meant to answer every question I refused. I wore it like forgiveness before I named the harm. I held it out in front of me and kept you at arm's length. I hid behind I love you whenever shame came into view. I gave you words that sounded honest, then withheld the rest from you. I stood beside the kitchen counter and let the silence have its say. You waited for the old 3 words, I watched them rise, then fade away. I did not say them this time. I told you why I came home late. I told you what I feared you'd see, and why I learned to I hid behind I love you, but I will not hide tonight. I will tell you every hard thing with nowhere left to hide. I still mean I love you, but the words must carry weight. They cannot be the place I vanish when the truth is at the gate. I did not say the words again. You stayed to hear the rest. door stayed open to the hallway. Cold air moved across the floor. Your shoes were waiting by the mat. My coat was hanging by the door. You said you needed room to breathe. I moved aside and let you pass. You reached the frame and stopped there, with one hand resting on the latch. The lift arrived beyond the wall. Neither one of us stepped out. The hallway light kept burning. The open doorway held every road away from us, and every word unsaid. The door stayed open, but no one crossed the line. You could have left me standing. I could have let you say goodbye. A neighbor passed without a word. The lift doors closed again. The building settled into morning, then counted slowly down to 10. You asked if I still wanted you, or only feared the empty space. I felt the answer reach my throat and saw it written on your face. I wanted you, but not the way I had before. I wanted you to stay there without pretending we were healed. I wanted one more honest hour with everything revealed. The door stayed open. The morning waited outside. You could have crossed the landing, but you turned back from goodbye. You lowered your hand from the handle. I took my coat down from the hook. Not to leave, but just to show you I knew exactly how it looked. I folded it across the bench. You stepped back inside the room. The doorway stayed between two choices, neither one becoming true. the bedroom light off without deciding what came next. The curtains moved beside the window. My phone stayed dark against my chest. The sheet was pulled between us like a river made of white. We had crossed 1,000 evenings, but could not cross that bed tonight. I heard you moving in the darkness. You heard every breath I held. No slam door, no final line, only inches measured out between your tired shoulder and the words inside my mouth. We slept on different sides, with the whole night in between, close enough to feel each heartbeat, far enough to lose the dream. Till you reached to move the blanket, your fingers brushed across my wrist. Neither one of us pulled away, neither one of us closed the distance. A late train crossed beyond the window, its low sound this room was first called mine. The room had known us without distance. Now it knew the shape of doubt. No warm apology, no easy sleep, only both of us awake, trying not to turn the silence into one more thing to break. Slept on different sides while the late train crossed the town, close enough to hear each heartbeat. Neither one of us turned around. Yeah. Before the first bus crossed the city, you whispered that you could not sleep. I said I knew, though you had never said the words directly to me. I turned enough to face the ceiling. You turned enough to face my way. We did not touch across the distance, but neither one of us looked away. We slept on different sides next day carried on. The sheet stayed between us. Our eyes did not. Before the house woke up, you moved quietly through the room. The pipes began their morning noise. The sky was turning soft and blue. I heard the kettle in the kitchen, then the cupboard closed with care. You placed one cup beside my place and left the other waiting there. You did not ask me to come in. You only left a place for me. The night had taken everything we knew how to defend. Morning offered smaller things, a cup, a table, somewhere to begin. Before the house woke up, you left the kitchen glowing low. Not enough to call it healing, just enough to let me know. I found you by the window, watching buses cross the gray. Your hands were wrapped around the cup, but you had not looked away. I sat down at the table, the wooden floor gave one soft sound. You pushed the sugar toward me, like every quiet morning before. The smallest motion crossed the room, where larger words had failed. The night had not forgiven us, the morning did not choose. It only held the open space where neither one would move. Before the house woke up, you pushed the sugar toward my hand. Not enough to call it healing, but enough to make me understand. You asked if I still took it black. I said some things had stayed. Then both of us almost smiled out at how ordinary it became. Outside, the first shop opened, a bicycle crossed the street. Inside, two cups were cooling, and your knee was close to me. Before the house woke up, you left the kitchen glowing low. Not enough to call it healing, just enough to let me know. Before the house woke up, we shared the morning air. Nothing had been settled, but both of us were there. You lifted up your coffee, and I stayed at the table. moved slowly through the rooms, across the marks upon the floor. The curtains lifted in the air, the building started up once more. The glasses stood beside the sink, the night had nowhere left to hide. Nothing looked repaired around us, nothing looked completely gone. The rooms were still the rooms we knew, but we were not the same inside. The walls still held our footsteps, the windows held the day. The house had had the worst of us, and neither walked away. The house still held us when the new day crossed the floor. We were not the same two people who had entered it before. You opened every curtain, I gathered glasses from the room. A shaft of sun crossed through the dust and reached the farthest corner. I asked what we should do today. You said you did not know. For once I did not fill the silence with somewhere else to go. We had no map beyond that hour, only nowhere else to be. The walls still held our breathing, the windows held the sky. The house had heard us tell the truth, and neither said goodbye. The house still held us while the city came alive. We had no answer for tomorrow, but we were standing side by side. You stood beside the open window, I stood halfway down the room. No ring, no vow, no easy answer, no promise strong enough to use. You asked if staying meant forever. I said I could not promise that. I only knew I had not left you, and you had not packed your The house still held us as the morning turned to day. Nothing had been healed between us, but neither one had walked away. The house still held us with every window open wide. We were not the same two people, but we were standing side by side. Your jacket underneath the light. The house still held us when the day began. The corner by the bookstore at 8 beneath the yellow sign. I wrote the hour across my hand, though I had read your message twice. At 7:30 I was ready, at 7:40 out the door. I watched the numbers on the dashboard and made no new excuse once more. The clock above the corner turned as I crossed the street. You looked surprised to see me before you hit it with a smile. I held up both my empty hands and waited there a while. I was there at 8 before the streetlights changed. No message saying with nothing more to say. I could not fix the years behind us, but I kept that day. We walked without a destination, past windows closing for the night. You asked if I was tired from rushing. I said I finally got it right. We bought 2 drinks beside the river and sat above the traffic sound. You did not praise the small arrival, you only stayed while night came down. You did not check the hour, I did not fill the air. You needed no announcement, you needed no display. You needed me to meet you inside the time we named. I was there at 8 while evening crossed the town. No hurried explanation, no word to let you down. I was there at 8 and watched your shoulders ease. You did not call it trust again, you only walked with me. The winter night I left you waiting, still live beneath this street. What I will kept could not erase it or make the old rain leave. So I did not ask for credit, I did not call the moment new. I only matched your walking pace and stayed beside you. I was the day with you. You looked at the corner clock and said, "You're early." I'm running late, but I won't leave you waiting there again. The meeting ran beyond the hour. The windows darkened in the rain. The traffic filled the avenue. I felt the old excuse take shape. My coat was halfway on my shoulder. My hand was reaching for the street. I stopped beneath the office awning and called before the doubt could speak. You answered on the second ring. I heard the station through the rain. I told you where I was. I told you what had changed. I did not hide behind tomorrow or ask you not to wait. This time I called before the silence learned my name, before you watched another evening disappear the same old way. This time I called while every road was standing still. The traffic would not move for me, but honesty still could. You said you'd take the latest service and meet me by the grocery store. I crossed 3 blocks beneath the weather and reached you near the sliding doors. Your hair was wet around your collar. The paper bag was tearing through. I took the weight out of your left hand and carried it home next to you. You did not say the call had changed things. You only let me take the bag. I told you where I failed. I told you where I'd be. No disappearing hour, no police mystery. This time I called before you shrank the things you asked, before you made your needs grow smaller, so my absence still could fit. This time I called and met you in the falling rain. The past remained exactly where it was, but this night broke its chain. At home you drive the grocery bag and place the fruit along the shelf. You said the call had taken seconds, like the seconds prove themselves. I heard what you were really saying. It was never time I could not spare. It was whether I remembered there was someone waiting there. This time I call before the silence learned my name, before you watched another evening disappear the same old way. This time I call with every honest word in place. It did not make the past grow smaller, but it changed the road we faced. You turned from the shelf and said, I know. I said the coast was clearing. You left the map beside the door. The old excuse rose to my tongue. I let it fall before it formed. I packed the towels in 2 cold bottles. You checked the windows one more time. At 9 we pulled away from traffic, with all the morning still alive. Nothing waiting in the distance, nothing larger than the road. Your hand rested on the dashboard, my eyes stayed on the line. The Sunday we kept losing was finally becoming ours. This was the Sunday we finally took the road we always left behind. No borrowed hour, no second try, just salt and sunlight next to mine. This was the Sunday we finally took the coast unrolling blue and gold. We did not try to save the summer, we simply let the day unfold. We stopped beside a weathered cafe and shared a piece of lemon cake. You laughed when sugar crossed my sleeve. I let the little stain remain. We walked along the lower harbor, where fishing boats leaned in the blue. You found a shell with one side broken and placed the smooth half in my hand. The day did not erase a thing, it gave us somewhere new to stand. No photograph to prove it, no schedule left to hold, only the day. A polished answer reached my tongue. I chose a simpler thing to say. I like the way you stopped beside me. I like the salt upon your skin. I like that when the road grew quiet, we did not rush to fill it This was the Sunday we finally took, the road we always left behind. No borrowed hour, no second try, just salt and sunlight next to mine. This was the Sunday we finally took and carried through the dark, a day that asked for nothing more than letting us arrive. The restaurant was full of voices, plates and glasses passing by. My phone lit up beside the water. You watched it brighten twice. My hand moved out before I thought, then stopped above the screen. I turned it over on the table and looked at you across from me. I put the phone face down and left it where it lay. I put the phone face down and let the whole room disappear. You were telling me about Tuesday, I was finally there to hear. I put the phone face down, no screen between your eyes and mine. The smallest thing I could have given was the thing I missed each time. You told me about the new girl who cried inside the storage room. You stayed with her through lunch and missed the meeting after 2. You told me that your brother might be leaving town in June. I asked what you were worried about and did not answer it for you. The screen kept glowing underneath. I let the messages grow still. You slowed down in the middle as if waiting for the turn, when I would break the moment for something less important. I put the phone face down and let your unfinished story stay. You were not a pause between things, you were where I placed the day. I put the phone face down until the waiter cleared the wine. The smallest thing I could have given was my undivided time. Screen showed 7 messages, 3 missed calls and 1 new name. Nothing there had fallen apart, nothing there had burst into flame. You buttoned up your coat beside me and waited near the restaurant glass. I slipped the phone into my pocket without checking as we passed. Tuesday, I was finally there to hear. I put the phone face down until the last plate cleared away. Nothing outside needed saving more than hearing you this way. You finished every sentence. I never looked away. Mother called at midnight. You answered on the kitchen floor. I heard your voice grow small and careful from the room beyond the wall. You said the doctor named the illness, but the words still felt unreal. Then held the phone away a moment, as if the air had turned to steel. I sat down near the cupboard kitchen narrowed to her sound. I stayed beside you through the silence till your breathing settled down. When your mother called, I held the water while you cried. No answer made the news less heavy, so I stayed there by your side. You asked her if she needed anything. She said she only needed sleep. You promised you would come on Friday, then ended with a shaking breath. The phone went dark between your fingers. You stared at nothing for a while. A useless reassurance reached my tongue. I let it pass without a sound. I found the Friday schedule and wrote the earliest time. When your mother called, I wrote the Friday train in blue. I packed the clothes you could not choose and waited for the word from you. handed me the smaller case. No speech about the days behind us, only your coat and one clear place. The kitchen narrowed to her sound. I stayed beside you through the silence till your breathing settled down. When your mother called, you handed me the smaller case. The first train opened with the dawn, and we stepped into that day. The doors closed behind us. Your hand stayed on my sleeve. We had the same fight again. But this time we didn't end the same. It started with the dishes and ended somewhere years before. You said I never saw the mess. I said you always kept the score. The old lines came too easily. They knew the shortest way inside. You crossed your arms beside the counter. I felt my language closing tight. The sentence that ends everything was waiting on my tongue. I nearly used the old words, the ones that shut you out. Then I remembered every morning after silence won the house. We had the same fight again, the same sharp words, the same old pain. But I did not close the conversation and leave you talking to the rain. We had the same fight again, but something changed before the end. I stayed long enough to hear you, then we tried the words again. You said the plates were not the problem. I said I knew, then let you speak. You said you hated asking twice for things I promised every week. I told you why I felt accused. You told me why your voice grew hard. We did not suddenly agree, but neither turned the hurt to blades. The room was still uncomfortable, but every sentence stayed alive. I left the old words buried. You faced me where you stood. We kept the anger in the kitchen without letting it take the night. We had the same kitchen lamp, no sudden claim that we were through. Only two people finishing what both had said they'd do. The same sharp words, the same old pain, but I did not close the conversation and leave you there alone again. We had the same fight again, and nothing vanished with the day. We only stayed inside the language till the anger gave us space. To cool the anger, not to leave, or so I said. The pavement held the evening cold, the traffic burned ahead. I passed the darkened laundromat and crossed the parking lane. My phone stayed silent in my pocket. I knew what leaving used to mean. The old version kept on walking, the new one turned around. Before you sent a message, before you called my name, before another empty hour could become the past again, I came back before you asked, before settle in. I came back while the anger was still burning on my skin. I came back before you asked, no speech prepared, no polished line. I only knew that leaving could not be the answer. Stairwell, the curtain moved then disappeared. I climbed the steps without rehearsing what I thought you needed to hear. You were sitting near the entry, my jacket folded on your knees. You looked toward the open landing, then slowly when you saw me. I did not ask if you had missed me. You did not ask me why. I closed the distance quietly, one stare and then one more. I reached you before silence could decide what we were for. I came back before you asked, before you had to chase me down. I came back with the hard words still waiting when I turned around. to be. You said you needed 5 more minutes before beginning anything. I nodded and sat on the stair without demanding you come in. The lights went dark below the landing. A bus moved through the street. 5 minutes became 20. Neither one of us moved our feet. And said, come inside. You stood beside the open window, folding shirts into a line. I asked if something had been wrong. You said you needed time. The old me would have filled the room with questions stacked too fast. Would have turned your quiet breathing into something I could grasp. This time I folded beside you and waited for the words. I'm learning your silence, the difference between closed and tired, the moments when you need my questions, and the moments you need time. I'm learning your silence without making it my fear. Not every quiet means you're leaving. Not every pause must disappear. You match the socks by faded colors, then place the last shirt in the drawer. Your hands kept stopping in the middle before they started once more. I wanted to say I understood, but I had only seen one part. So I sat down on the carpet and stayed beside where you were. After several quiet minutes, you spoke without a signal. without reaching for control. Sometimes sitting close beside you is the only thing you want. You told me what had happened. You told me what you feared. You stopped 3 times between the sentences. I did not disappear. Outside, the laundry moved in sunlight. A dog barked down the street. Inside, you finished every sentence at the rhythm that you needed. I'm learning your silence, the difference between closed and tired, the moments when you need my questions, and the moments you need time. I'm learning your silence, the places words cannot begin. Sometimes quiet is not distance. Sometimes quiet lets me in. You took one breath and finished what you meant to say. You brought the Brighton picture out and placed it on the table. I made the tea exactly right and waited till you felt able. I said the harbor saved that summer. You said the harbor made it clear. I held the sun above the water. You held the drive home through your tears. We had done everything right tonight. The old day did not move. I listened without correcting. You listened without retreat. Still the memories stayed divided between the chairs beneath our feet. The same day, 2 stories, and neither one gave way. I carried sunlight from the harbor. You carried rain from that same day. The same day, 2 stories, no villain and no lie. We sat together at the table and could not make the memories align. You said I walked too far ahead. I said I thought you wanted space. You said you waited on the hotel stairs. I remember turning toward your face. I searched the picture for an answer, as if the frame could choose a side. But both of us were telling something the other had not lived inside. either one of us could solve. So we left the picture lying with both versions in the frame. You reached across and touched my wrist, but neither memory changed. The past agree, but we could leave both stories in. The hospital lights grew smaller in the mirror after 10. Your mother said she felt much better, but you were tired from holding in. You leaned your head against the window. The highway opened black and blue. I turned the heater slightly higher and kept the quiet close to you. You asked how far until the city. I said an hour, maybe less. You fell asleep on the way home with your hand beside the seat. The road moved softly underneath us, and your breathing settled deep. You fell asleep on the way home while the white lines passed below. You trusted me to keep on driving through the roads you did not know. At midnight near the northern exit, your fingers open from a fist. A loose strand rested on your cheek. I did not wake you when it slept. The tires hum beneath the silence. A low guitar moved with the wheels. I remembered all the nights before when rest beside me did not feel safe. I kept both hands upon the wheel and let the distance close itself. city coming back. You fell asleep on the way home while the river lights went by. The road moved softly underneath us, and you never opened your eyes. You fell asleep on the way home with no need to stay awake. You trusted me to keep on driving every turn I had to take. Outside our building, I stopped slowly and left the engine running low. You woke and asked why we were waiting. I said we had been home a while. You looked around the empty car park, then smiled before you moved. You said you had not meant to sleep. I said you had nothing to prove. You fell asleep on the way home with your hand beside the seat. The road moved softly underneath us, and your breathing settled deep. You fell asleep on the way home while the whole night carried on. You trusted me to hold the road until the dark was gone. You opened the car door, then looked back and smiled. The spare key hung beside the mirror on the small brass hook by number 2. The one you said you might return when staying here felt hard to do. Weeks passed through the entryway with parcels, dust, and folded mail. You moved the scarf that covered it, but left the little key there still. I saw it every morning and never asked what it meant. It was not an invitation, it was not a guarantee. Only one small piece of metal. You had chosen not to leave. The spare key stayed through every careful conversation, through every night we could not name what we were becoming. The spare key stayed. No bell was hanging from its ring. Only one unopened possibility. You said the upstairs tap was leaking and showed me where you turned it tight, then reached beside the mirror for the key you used that night. You placed it back without a word and went to stir the soup. No ceremony followed, no question crossed the room, only metal touching brass and steam above the spoon. The spare key stayed after an ordinary evening, left your footsteps on the stairs and your coat beside the railing. The spare key stayed, and I did not call it fate. I only watched you hang it gently in the same familiar place. I knew a key was not forgiveness. I knew a hook was not a vow. But months ago you held it as if leaving started then. That night you reached without thinking and opened what we shared. The smallest motion in the entry said more than either of us The spare key stayed through every careful conversation, through every night we could not name what we were becoming. The spare key stayed, and this time when you came through, you opened up the lock yourself and closed the door behind you. The key touched the mirror when the lock turned. Tuesday came without a warning, with grocery bags and heavy air. The lift was out above the 4th floor. We carried everything upstairs. A carton broke beside the landing. 3 oranges rolled across the floor. You caught the last one by the railing, then dropped the bags beside the door. Nothing in the day was special, nothing has to be remembered. You washed the rice, I cut the green beans. The radio lost its signal halfway through the song. Tuesday felt like home, while the machine for a spoon. Tuesday felt like home in a way I could not name. No grand return, no perfect moment, just an ordinary day. The washing machine shook the bathroom. You held it still with both your knees. I read the faded instructions while you blamed the crooked feet. We ate too late beside the counter. The rice was softer than it should have been. You added pepper without asking, then passed the bowl the way you used to. The room grew quiet after dinner, but the quiet did not hurt. You dried the bowls, I cleared the table. The rainless city settled, and neither one withdrew. Tuesday felt like home when the washing finally slowed. You were barefoot in the kitchen. I was folding what was dry. Tuesday felt like home without asking us to stay. Nothing larger than the evening, nothing smaller than the day. At 11 near the bedroom, you found an orange by the lamp, the one that crossed the landing and traveled farther than we planned. You held it up like treasure. I laughed before I knew the whole day had been nothing, and I had spent it next to you. Tuesday felt like home while the evening filled the room. You were singing half a chorus. I was searching for a spoon. Tuesday felt like home in the smallest possible way. The whole day had been nothing, and I wanted it to stay. From the kitchen you called, did you find the other orange? walls were lifting canvas, the florists carried buckets out. You stopped beside the white carnations. I waited without turning around. We bought a loaf still warm from baking, and coffee from the corner stand. You held the paper bag between us, then placed the weight into my hand. The gesture lasted half a second, but neither one released too fast. The road ahead stayed ordinary, no sign appeared above. Only morning on the pavement, and the work of staying close. We walked the same way, past the streets we used to miss, neither leading, neither following, only keeping equal steps. We walked the same way, with no answer for the years, only two sets of footsteps, moving forward, staying near. At the crossing near the river, the signal changed from red to green. Your shoulder touched my sleeve, where all the distance used to be. You did not reach to hold me, I did not ask you to. We crossed before the signal faded, and let the morning carry through. We walked the same way, not forever, only then. Past the bakery and the bus stop, through a city waking again. We walked the same way, with no promise we could break, only two sets of footsteps, choosing one more street to take. We walked the same way, while the river caught the day. We had not chosen all our future, but we walked the same way. We turned toward home together, before the city knew our name.